Hello there. On this week's episode of the Forest Life Show, I show you things you can do in the rain.
It's more than just a house, it's a lifestyle. Welcome to Brunswick Forest. I'm your guide, Michael Braddock, and I'm here to give you an exclusive look into what it means to be a part of our community. This isn't just real estate, this is the Forest Life.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Forest Life Show. Today, as you can see, it is raining. So what we're going to highlight are 5 different things that you can do in and around Brunswick Forest and the greater Wilmington area on a rainy day. You have the North Carolina State Aquarium at Fort Fisher, which is amazing. A few years ago, they did a complete renovation of that building, and it is spectacular. So that is at the very end of Fort Fisher. You can get there 2 ways. You can take the Fort Fisher ferry out of Southport, which is about a 20-minute drive, and then another 30-minute ferry ride, so it's a kind of a scenic thing to do. Or you can drive there direct from Brunswick Forest to the end of Pleasure Island to Fort Fisher, which is about a 35-minute drive. The Mayfair Town Center, which is only 20 minutes away from Brunswick Forest, it is a beautiful town center concept. You have some great shops there, things like Banana Republic, the IMAX movie theater, Pottery Barn, Talbot's, Gap, Barnes & Noble, Chico's, Williams-Sonoma, just to name a few. So there's some great things to do there. That's only 20 minutes away. Or directly across the street from that is the Forum shops, which are a lot of locally owned shops, more upscale boutiques, things of that nature, and several fine dining establishments. And then lastly, in that same area is Lumina Station, which is a great southern kind of style inspired shopping center. Again, more locally owned shops, upscale boutiques, great places there like the Gentleman's Corner or the Brasserie Restaurant, just to name a few. There's a great wine bar there. So there's just a lot of exciting things over in that part of town. And then the newest shopping experience in Wilmington is the Pointe at Barclay. The Pointe at Barclay is a new shopping experience over in the midtown part of Wilmington. And that is also the location of the brand new movie theater. And that's only about 15 minutes away. Big seats, nice reclining seats, just a great movie experience. And then new shops and restaurants opening, it seems like on a weekly basis over in that area. And then of course you have the Villages at Brunswick Forest, which is right here in the front of the community. You have Flight's Wine Bar, you have the Irish Pub, the Italian Restaurant, the shoe store, the hamburger place, and then coming up at the beginning of the new year, an oyster bar and a breakfast and deli restaurant. Next thing are gonna be things like the museums. So 2 of note, the Cape Fear Museum is right in the heart of downtown Wilmington. Gets exhibits that rotate throughout the entire year. I've had the opportunity to go there on several occasions for several different exhibits, and it's a wonderful gym right in the heart of downtown Wilmington, maybe 12 to 15 minutes at the most from the community of Brunswick Forest. And then the other really nice gym that Wilmington has to offer is the Cameron Art Museum. For a city of the size of Wilmington to have an art museum like the Cameron Art Museum, we are very fortunate to have something like that. And that's only 15 minutes away from the community of Brunswick Forest. And actually it's directly across the street from the new Barclay Shopping Center. So you could go watch a movie, eat some food, get cultured with the arts, all sorts of fun things. Within 15 minutes of the community of Brunswick Forest, there are 2 wonderful performing arts venues. You have one of the longest running performing arts venues really in the southeast, which is Stallion Hall, located directly behind City Hall in downtown Wilmington. And then what's really neat is what complements Stallion Hall is the recently opened Wilson Center for Fine Arts, which is a part of the Cape Fear Community College campus. And things like the traveling Broadway performances come through to the Wilson Center. The North Carolina Symphony Orchestra performs there. Different headliners perform there as well. And they also have different speakers and lecturers there also. It is a wonderful, wonderful venue, and we are so fortunate to have something of that caliber only 12 to 15 minutes away. Not only is Wilmington becoming known regionally and statewide for its microbreweries, but also it's starting to garner national attention. There are numerous breweries that have been around in the Wilmington area for years, like the downtown establishment of Front Street Brewery. That's sort of a staple of downtown, but then you have some new places like the Flytrap Brewery and the Waterline Brewery, just to name a few downtown. And then over in Midtown, you have places that are completely opposite with regards to if you like to brew your own beer, like the Wilmington Homebrew. So there are tons of things to do in and around the Wilmington area on a rainy day. So I hope you're able to take part in some of these things. And in future episodes, we'll be highlighting specifically some of these different locations. So be on the lookout in future episodes for specific and more detailed highlights on some of these things that I mentioned today. If you have any questions about Brunswick Forest, real estate here, scheduling a visit, please give me a call at 910-520-7031, and I can't wait to hear from you.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of The Forest Life with Michael Braddock. Please click the link below to subscribe so you can be up to date with all of the happenings within our beautiful community. Also, if you're looking to learn more about real estate, you can visit us at our website. See you next time.